John 6:4. Ein de engus ta pascha, he haorte ton Judaion. Here, as we're getting ready for this report of the feeding of the immense crowd, John tells us, now the Passover, and then he has this parenthetical sort of aside, appositionally restating what is the Passover. The Passover, the feast of the Jews, was near. Don't forget, when you have two gammas together in Greek, it's pronounced like an ng sound. So this is pronounced engus, right? Like a ng sound. It's not egg goose, it's engus. And also this ein, don't be thrown off by that. That is, of course, the imperfect of eimi, amain, ace, ein, ding, 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 ding. Just a third-person singular, right? The word translated here was. The reason it's third singular is the subject is the third-person singular Passover. The Passover was near, right? In this post-positive de, we yank that out and put that first. Now, the Passover was near, and we have this appositional restatement of what the Passover is, the feast of the Jews. It is interesting, isn't it? John is Jewish. Jesus is Jewish. All his disciples are Jewish. But the way that John sometimes uses the Jews is fascinating in his gospel, right? Because, as Jesus says in John 4, salvation is from the Jews, right? It's a very positive, Jesus is Jewish. This is the fulfillment of the promises to the Jews. But then you also have these Jewish religious leaders who represent sort of organized human society opposed to the promises and work of God. And so it's this tension you experience within the gospel. And you also wonder, as John writes in this way, how he's envisioning his original audience, how much they knew about Judaism, and how many of them were Gentiles as opposed to Jews, with the explanatory type comments that he's making.